everyone. Welcome to today's video. I just wanted to kind of have like a reset video almost. I'm going to show you guys my Notion, just how I'm setting up like tracking my reading for this year because I'm trying to be better about it and keeping my brain more focused, I guess, and just making everything easier for myself in the long run, because I feel like when you consume a bunch of books, they just leave your head and you just forget what the heck they're about, and then you want to talk about them at the end of the month and you're like, what did I even read? And I really struggle with, you guys know, which is like giving you a good synopsis without spoiling, and so I'm trying to be better about that. So I'm going to show you guys my Notion, and then also I just want to sit here and talk about some books that I'm really excited to get to this year. I've got, my shelves have been like so full except the ones that I just pulled off, but okay guys, let's just hop right into my Notion. I have a Notion from last year, which I would like to pull up just for reference. This is just kind of what I made myself. I actually do like it, like I don't mind it looking like this. Definitely didn't add pictures for every book like I would have wanted, but you get the gist. I just wanted everything in one place like this, and then you can open up the page, put a cover, all the things. You could add like pictures, which of course I did with this one because this is like when I started this Notion. Put any notes that you want. Yeah. So then what I did this year is I actually just went on TikTok and looked up some templates and stuff, and I got this one. I will literally type her name on the screen because I already forgot, and then I will also link it down below. I'll link the Etsy link and just her in general so that you could find this if you would like to have it. I really haven't changed anything. I like this. It's super cute. I might change this one even though it's cute. It's just like not my vibe, I guess. But this is what it pretty much came like. You have just a cute little thing right here. You could change if you wanted. This is the only thing you aren't supposed to change. You can like add, but you can't like delete any of this. So this is just how the template works. So basically over here, we've got my monthly TBR, just things that I want to read this month. So House of Earth and Blood, I actually already completed. I'm on House of Sky and Breath right now. House of Flame and Shadow is obviously coming out. We were gonna read Collide for our book club, and then we ended up just making House of Sky and Breath the club pick because yeah. And then Ledge I really want to get to, so that's pretty much my TBR for January that I'm hoping to get through. Then I have my currently reading tab, obviously House of Sky and Breath, and then I'm on Clockwork Princess, but this is on audio, which I really should have put these over there, so I will do that. But basically what I do is I put the cover and the little icon, and it should pop up eventually. Currently reading, there's like a date started, date finished, how many days it took you, what month you finished it, if you want to add it to your reading goal, you can do that. 5-star rating or like star rating. The only thing I don't like about this is you do put a number instead of like stars, but I know that there's a way to change that if I would like to, so I'll probably do that. Formats. And then your notes, and that is just so funny. Yes, and then I know in another one somewhere, okay, we'll get to that. This is just like reminders if you want. I'm not pre-ordering a book, but we'll do that whenever. Then we have, honestly, I can delete this. Reading goal, I've read 5 books so far this year. My reading goal is actually 100, so I'm at 5%. You can add like more widgets and like this stuff. She linked this YouTube video of lo-fi. I honestly might link my Spotify or just a different YouTube video because I'd be loving some ambiance. Okay, so over here we've got my library. So this is like things I've already read basically this year. I've got Divine Rivals, my reread. I finished that. I need to add a cover to this one as well. But the way I set this up, so you can put like the genres, hardcover. What I did is I literally went on Goodreads and I copied the summary and pasted it here. That way whenever I'm just thinking about a book or thinking about talking about a book in a video, I can like pull up the summary or like type my own. I actually think I did type this myself, so I'm just kidding. I just kind of looked at the regular summary and then made it my own. And then these are just like some quotes that I put in. Same with House of Earth and Blood. You can put like your rating. Of course I didn't put much in here. So my goal is to basically just utilize the description of the book so I kind of never forget what it's kind of about. And then my goal is to, in here, I can pull it up on my phone. That's the great thing about Notion. You can just pop it on your phone. There's an app. And just like type in real time and be like, just like info dump to yourself, being like, oh my god, like I can't believe she did this, or like here's a quote that I really liked, because then you just like won't forget it as easy, because I love tabbing books, because I love going back and like finding quotes and just kind of reminding myself what everything was about. But you know, sometimes who has time for that sometimes? So I'm hoping that this will make this a lot easier. I just haven't had a lot of time to go through it because I worked so much recently. You have like a TBR, reading stats. I also have been utilizing the habit tracker, of course. I only did for like the first few days, but I'm really trying. So you can make it like a calendar view if you would like, whatever you want. So like today, or let's do yesterday. What does it say? I already forgot. Reading physically, yes I did. Reading audiobook, yes I did while I was cleaning. Oh, just kidding. Cooked. I did cook. That's so funny. Did read my manga. Did not read my self-help book, but I did work out. So these are just like some goals that I'm trying to incorporate into, not necessarily every day, but most of my days I want to work out, or just like track when I do it to keep myself accountable, I guess. Self-help book, I want to read a chapter a day when I'm not at work, preferably. Manga, I'm trying to read a little bit of manga every day, when possible. I really need to get on that. Cooking, obviously, and then audiobooks and physical books, just so I can like track what days that I'm reading. So that's kind of what I incorporated to that myself. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys like what I'm kind of working with for my setup so far this year, because I just think it's interesting. I like seeing what everybody else does, and I literally just took someone else's template and I mean I bought it, but you know, got the template and it's like helping me so far, and I love it, and I can't wait to play around with it some more and then like maybe just make it better. So yeah, there's that. I definitely have a good stack of books that I'm like, these are priority this year, and I am actually on a book buying ban. I've been on a book buying ban honestly since like Halloween, and then apart from Iron Flame, I really don't think that I bought any books until I got gift cards for Christmas. I might have bought books like one time other than that, but of course I got a lot of gift cards for Christmas, and so I bought a lot of books because the perfect gift, duh. And I bought a bunch. Definitely probably more than I needed. My physical TBR is like 118 books. If you want to see that video, go watch it. But yeah, so these are just ones that are priority for me. I am not buying any more books as of now. Probably until April, if we're being honest. I feel like that might be when I break my ban, at least for a little bit. But I will be getting House of Sky and Blood, or not, goodness, House of Flame and Shadow, and I will be getting another book that I know comes out in like a couple days, which I don't think I'm going to get it right now, but I will get it whenever I want to read that. And so I'm letting sequels, why is my hair doing that? I'm letting sequels basically not count in the book buying ban, because that would just be cruel. And yeah, anyways, books that I like really want to get to this year. I'm on House of Sky and Breath right now. I'm reading on my Kindle because these things are huge. Can't wait to annotate them though. I'm so excited. And like, I haven't held a physical book in months. Like, just to read one. I have been reading on my Kindle since November, and I love that for me. But I miss it. I miss it a little bit, and I really need to do it. So, yeah. But yeah, and then of course House of Flame and Shadow, when that comes out in a couple days. Oh my god, it's actually really close. It's like 10 days away. It's not a couple days, but it's 10 days away. Anyways, I will be reading that for sure, and I'm really hoping that I can finish that rather quickly. Anyways, next I want to read The Poppy War. I've just heard so many good things about this for such a long time, honestly, and yeah, I know it's going to cause me pain. There's a little bend in the page over here. Oh, ooh, this page is very thin. I kind of like it. Anyways, I've heard good things. I only bought the first one so that I'm not letting myself buy the other ones until I know for sure. Why do they make these? This makes me angry. Like, just, if you weren't there, that would make me happy. But anyways, I've heard great things. I really can't explain what it's about. I just know it sounds good. Next, we have Six of Crows. I tried to read this a few months ago. I know I also tried to read it a while back, like years ago. And I put it down because I was just really struggling to get into it. And I really think I was just in a really bad, I was in a really bad reading slump. And I think that's what it was. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to DNF this. I just need to quit while I'm ahead. And I literally quit at like page 20 or something ridiculous. Yeah. I need to get to this. I literally commented on Sloane's TikTok where she was just talking about books in general, and I was like, you need to convince me to read this because I know that she is obsessed with Six of Crows, and she convinced me, and I think I just needed somebody to like tell me to do it, and I'm gonna do it, so I'm excited. Next we have Red Rising. I picked this up in the summertime, and a random guy at the bookstore was like, you have to read this, and I had already been hearing things about it from like Haley and other people, and of course here we are. I still haven't read it, and I think it would really be perfect for like winter. I feel like sci-fi, like this is a great time for sci-fi, so like winter going into spring. I would really like to get to that soon. Next we have Under the Whispering Door. I would definitely like to read this when I'm not dealing with seasonal depression, like maybe in a couple months, but I read House of in the Cerulean Sea, and it was so good, and I know that this follows a character who dies, and instead of having like 7 days to like cross into the afterlife, he spends those 7 days trying to live his life to the fullest that he basically never got to live. And I know that it's probably going to be a little sad, but also really beautiful, and I cannot wait to read it. I think it'll be really good, but his writing is definitely very different. You have to be in the mood for it. It's not like that normal, I don't know, not like what I usually read, but not hard to read either. It literally feels like you're like a kid. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so pure and childlike, and it just gets you on that deep level. You know how sometimes you watch a Disney movie and you're like, that was so deep, and you don't realize it when you're a kid, but then you watch it later and you're like, holy crap. It's kind of like that, I guess. That's but not a really great way of explaining it, but whatever. Next we have Half a Soul. I see this on Instagram all the time. I see some good quotes about it, and that got me intrigued. And then I found out that this is basically Pride and Prejudice, but make it fantasy. I had no idea that this had any aspect of fantasy. I don't think there's a lot. I think there's just like an aspect of magic in there. And apparently there's like multiple books in this, but I don't know. It's giving a little bit of cottagecore maybe, but Pride and Prejudice and fantasy is like really all you had to say for me to want to read this. And then the quotes that I've seen just seem so beautiful that I have high hopes for the writing, maybe. Next we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I did read a couple pages of this because I was curious what the writing style would be like, and it's giving spring. But then I was told on my TikTok that it snows a lot in this book, so I was like, well, could get to this soon as well, but I really do think it could put me in the spring mood. Like if I'm just kind of burnt out with all the high stakes fantasy, like where everybody's trying not to die, that it could be great. I've heard mixed reviews about it, honestly. Like I don't think it's my usual taste, but I feel like I could like it, so we could give it a try. Next we have This Is How You Lose the Time War. This, I've just heard great things about it, and it just, I mean, also it's just like so short, like why would you not, you know? But I've heard incredible things about it. It's literally 197 pages. I could read this in one sitting, no problem. But yeah, I honestly don't know what to tell you, except there's like some aspect of time travel in this, and that it just sounds so good. Everybody raves about it. I don't think anybody's read it and not liked it, at least. Next we have Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. I also do have A River Enchanted, but this one seems like it would be more my taste from Rebecca Ross. I want to devour anything that she's ever written because I loved Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows so much. I don't even know if I've showed you guys my tattoo, but just in case I haven't, I can't stop talking about it. And I got that tattoo like way many months ago, but I don't regret it. And I just want to see what this one would be about. I know it's just more of that like classic YA fantasy vibe. I know there's like a curse. It's just giving that classic YA. Next we have What the River Knows, which is like, this is the book where Rebecca Ross and Isabel, how do you say her name? Ibanez? I don't know, but they dedicate themselves, like, to themselves. Like, this one says, for Rebecca Ross. It's just so cute. And also, a divine exploration. I'm so excited, and I've seen the aesthetics of this. It's giving Egyptian. It's giving Egyptian. What a great description from me. Anyways, also, I've never looked under the dust jacket. Do you ever do that? I just like kind of forget that they're there and that they're a thing. I don't even know if there's anything cool under here, but you never know. No, but the gold on the outside's like pretty cool. Anyways, I just know that it's an Egyptian like fantasy, and that's all I needed to know. I just needed to see the aesthetic and see that Rebecca Ross was involved in any way, and I've just heard great things. I've heard that's really good. I think that would definitely be like a really good getting into summer fantasy, but I don't know. I'm very much a seasonal reader. Like, I like to think of books like what time of the year I would read them, but I'm also a mood reader, so I don't know. Next we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I definitely want to get to this so soon. I am a sucker for some historical fiction. I love historical fiction. Obviously not all of it, but sorry, I got a text message and got distracted. But we almost made this a book club pick, but with reading Crescent City, it was just way easier for us to just pick House of Sky and Breath as the book club pick. But I'm so excited to get to this. I know this has been popular for a really, really, really long time, but people have been like talking about this recently, and they're just making me want to pick it up faster. And I love that about book talk, when you're like, yes, I've seen that book, and I literally already had it on my shelf. Somebody gifted this to me like a year ago, and I just never got to it because I just didn't, and now I can, and I'm so excited. Next we have these Violet Delights. Okay, these Violet Delights. All I know is this is like Romeo and Juliet, 1920s flapper girl fantasy vibes. Love that. Sorry, getting a lot of text messages right now. Next we have A Library of Shadows. I remember seeing this on TikTok months ago, and I literally freaked out because I wanted it so bad and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then like weeks later, I finally found it because I lost the TikTok somehow. And of course, I haven't picked it up yet. It's very much giving fall, but we need to get to her regardless. Last but not least, Ledge. Ledge I want to read ASAP. I think what's going to happen is I should finish House of Sky and Breath next week, probably. And the good thing is, next week I'm about to have like 8 days off. Of course, those 8 days off are before the next book comes out for this. So, the last two, I think, because I go back on the 1st. So I will have a good like 2 days to read the third book to this. But I want to read Ledge in between that, because I'm sure I should have some time in between. So I would love to read this. And all I really know is that there's like a winged male in it. It's giving me sad. And then it's just snow, okay? It's just winter, and it's giving a little, I don't know, it gives me the Witcher vibes for some reason. Not that that makes any sense. That's just where my brain went for 2 seconds, and so I have no self-control, and I just said it out loud. So those are the books that I am excited to read, and I think that are on like my priority list of 2024. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, let you know like what I'm trying to do this year, just like show you my Notion, give you some inspiration. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I hope this year is like a great reading year. I have very high hopes. Last year I didn't really get to start reading like hardcore until like May, and I still read like 75 books, so I think 100 is not an unrealistic goal at all. But yeah, I think so far we're on technically the 3rd physical book of the month, and I'm on the 3rd audiobook of the month, which is really not that bad, to be honest, because we're only on like the 20th, which is amazing. I'm like currently peeling off the sticker because they really pissed me off. But yeah, those are my priority books that I want to get to. And also I'm probably moving soon, so we're gonna have a different book set up. So if you stay till the end of this video, you heard it here first. And spoiler alert, the place I'm looking at, I don't want to jinx it because I don't know for sure. I'm like waiting to know today. But the place that I'm looking at has a literal book nook in it with like a window. Like there's windows against the wall, and then there's like the walls come in like this with an archway. So there's literally space like on the sides for bookshelves to go, and then like a little bit right here. Like if I was the doorway, you've got wall, and then windows. I'm so excited. Yeah, so you heard it here first. If this happens, then you'll probably be seeing me set up my new reading setup soon, and I'm so excited. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know any priority reads that you want to get to like ASAP this year, and I'll see you guys next time.